Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. As you can tell from the intro, there's a lot of snow and we've got about 9 inches so far, and there's more coming. There's supposed to be a big blizzard that comes our way this evening and continue all the way through Saturday. So hopefully everything stays calm. But today I wanted to talk about the difference between monofilament and fluorocarbon. They may look similar, but they actually have a lot of differences in the way that you use them. And I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about their applications and what they're used for, because they really are used for different things. Okay, let's start it off with monofilament. When you're first getting started out, I don't suggest that you go for the biggest and best, the most expensive brand. Monofilament is really inexpensive in itself and can be used for a lot of different things. It's really the OG of the fishing lines. It was started back in 1950, so way back when. And probably the best thing about monofilament is its inexpensiveness, if that's even a word. Especially if you're on a budget, it's really the go-to line. Now, monofilament is especially known for its ability to float. And this is important because you want to use this type of line in your topwater action lures. You want something that's not going to bring the nose of your bait down into the water. And so monofilament is going to sit right on top of the water, just like your bait is going to do, whether it's a walking bait or a popper, whatever you're using. It's going to do great at just floating at the top for you. The downside to monofilament is its ability to stretch. Now, it has a lot of stretch, it has a lot of play. So that means when you go to set the hook, when that line stretches, it's not going to rip the hook into the fish's mouth as hard as, say, braid or fluorocarbon would. But again, it's perfect for topwater, like I said again, and it's really inexpensive. So if you're fishing on a budget, I would suggest just using it for everything until you have more money saved up. Then you can go buy fluorocarbon, you can go buy braid or something like that. But if you're just getting started and you're on a budget, monofilament is the way to go. Next, we have fluorocarbon, and this had been brought up and introduced around the 1970s, so it's a little bit newer than monofilament is. The one downside to it is it's a little bit more expensive compared to monofilament, but it's still relatively inexpensive. That does depend on the brand that you get, but again, if you're just starting out, don't worry so much about the brand. If you're wanting to get fluorocarbon, then I would suggest just going with the medium tier option, anything that you can afford. Now, fluorocarbon is best known for its quality to sink. So compared to monofilament floats and fluorocarbon sinks. That's an easy way to remember it. Now, fluorocarbon is probably the most versatile of all the lines. You can use it for crankbaits, Texas rigs, drop shots, jerk baits, all sorts of techniques and baits that you can use it on, and it's going to work perfectly for you. Fluorocarbon has much less stretch in the line, which means it's going to be a higher hookup ratio for you. Another advantage of fluorocarbon is that it is extremely sensitive, so you can feel it whether you're dragging it across the bottom or going through the water column. It's very sensitive, so you're able to detect all of those little things, whether it's a fish, whether it's rocks or weeds or whatever. That's very important. The last thing I'll say about fluorocarbon is that it's extremely clear. So it's almost invisible in the water. This means you're not going to spook off the fish. A lot of people use it as leaders to their braid, because braid is usually high visible colors, such as orange or high greens or yellows and something like that. So you tie a leader on of fluorocarbon and it's going to be clear for you, so you won't spook those fish. That's it. That's the main differences between monofilament and fluorocarbon. And I know it's a pretty short video, but if you like this video, hit the like button and subscribe. And leave a comment down below if there's anything that I missed, anything that you would like to add to the debate. And I'll catch you guys later. Thanks.